Hi everyone, welcome to our product discovery session. We would like to tell you a couple of words how to build the right thing. So I hope this is what will you bring from today's. My name is Suchopar. I'm an Atlassian solution architect, and this is my colleague Radek, aka Řízek. He's the portfolio management guy. And first of all, Radek will tell you something about discovery. What does it mean? Why do you should take care of discovery? And then we will go through live demo, and we will share some our knowledge, some our experience with discovery, and we will also show you how you can use Jira Product Discovery for discovery process. So.
Good. So to find out a bit more about you guys, we have a few questions for you. Actually, 3 questions. I'll start with the first one. The question is, who of you has worked on a bad, meaning unnecessary project in your life career? Okay, a few of you, yeah? Think about them. Yeah, so 5, 6, 7 people, okay, good. Another one, who of you has worked on something you didn't understand its meaning? That means like you were implementing the tasks and you didn't really have to think about what's behind, like how this will help the company. Is there one? Yeah, just 1, 2? Yeah, everyone works on meaningful things. That's good. Last one. Who of you has a feeling that your company does too many things at the same time? Yeah. More hands. Okay, good. So we have a topic here. Perfect. So yeah, for obvious reasons, we ask those questions because we want to set up you for the topic we have today, and we want to tell you what we observe. When we work with our customers, we observe. First thing, we observe that companies invest a lot into having the best people in their teams, into using the best technologies, into having the best, most expensive tools, using AI, stuff like that, right? But we also observe that companies invest very little into deciding and discussing what the best project is. So when we end up being in a paradox when we use the best people and technologies and tools for implementing unnecessary projects. So we want to speak about that today. That's what discovery is about. Have the best things, and invest them in the best projects. That's about it. So also we would like to speak to you about what we observe in terms of like anti-patterns and what the right thing is, what we consider the right thing. So for us, it is a set of few things. First, the project, the idea needs to be aligned with the company strategy. Like that's the first thing. So, and I'm quite strict about that. I like to say that you should not do in your companies anything that is not related to strategy. Otherwise, it's a wasted time, or you can go against the company. So it should be aligned. The idea should be always aligned. Next one, each and every idea should have clearly defined impact. So we should all know what it's going to bring. Is it going to improve that, or is it going to improve that? Is it going to shorten some time, or is it going to, raise the conversion, or why we do it? We know what it will deliver. The next one, we see a lot of fights in the companies, a lot of conflicts, because people think their project is the most important one, right? We all think that. So they argue, and there's a lot of time wasted in conflicts. So we should clearly state what the priority is. We should know what is number 1 priority. We should know what is number 2 priority. We should know what is number 15 priority, right? To solve that. And the last but not least, we have to make sure that everyone understands its meaning, why we do it. Because when people understand why they do things, they are not just simply implementing the things, but they are thinking through, right? They can give something extra to it. They engage with what the company does, and that's what we speak about with the companies most these days. How to improve engagement in the company, how to make people more happy and invest it in the work. I would start with those 4 ones. To understand why we do it. So we have to create some kind of conception of how to approach it, because it's a big I would say it's a complex problem, and we call it portfolio management. You probably heard it before, and to make it like manageable, we divide the whole thing, which is the path between strategy and value, into 4 sections or 4 consecutive phases, with the 2 phases on the right side and focusing on how to do projects the right way, and the first 2 on the left side, making sure you're doing the right projects. Yeah? And the second one, discovery, is the one that we're going to cover today. Why we do like discovery is because it's very simple and it's very powerful at the same time. You collect ideas, you collect product features, you collect projects for the next year or ideas for the projects for the next year. You can collect initiatives for your OKRs. Does anyone use OKR in their company? OKRs? Objectives and key results? One? Just one? Okay, good. So you collect it all. That's the input. And on the other side, you have a validated backlog, things that you're going to implement, and the rest, right? You're not interested in that. So we're going to take a look in that one in the discovery process. And we're going to take you through that with live demo, which is Mirek's task right now.
Yeah. Thank you for the introduction. Let me switch to the demo. So what you can see here, this is Jira Product Discovery. It's a quite new product from Atlassian ecosystem. It's quickest or scaling or sorry.
It's the fastest growing product in
Atlassian ecosystem. Thanks. And as you can see, it's quite simple. So what you can see here, let's imagine, just to understand the data, let's imagine that we are some company building green cities. So we are building eco-city, or we can be city council or whatever. And to ensure to collect ideas, we have set some strategic goals. So Jira Product Discovery should help us to get the ideas from the collection to the very end, to the delivery process. So first of all, what we need to do is to collect the ideas. So it's the phase of ideas collections, and to assure that we collect the ideas that support strategy, that are aligned with our strategy. We define strategy goals. For example, improve air quality in the city by 20% next year, for example. It should be time-bounded goal, right? And reduce municipal waste production by 50% and increase use of renewable resources.
This is where we should always start with the alignment. So we see the strategy, we see the goals, and then we can ideate, right? How are we going to achieve that? What are the best strategic choices to achieve that?
So in this first phase, we are gathering information from people, or gathering their ideas and recording the ideas into the tool. This is Jira Product Discovery, but you can use Excel if you like. Doesn't matter. But meaning is to get as many ideas as you can. So it's about getting the quantity of the data.
Yeah. You mentioned an important thing. This is Jira Product Discovery. It's a tool like Microsoft Excel. You can do it in Excel. Do it anywhere. But the most important thing we want to tell today is the process behind. This tool that gives you some benefits, right? But for us, it's important that we share the hints behind the tool. The tool is just a tool. It doesn't save anything.
Mm-hmm. So you can let all the people among the company or whatever specific particular team to record their ideas. And once you have recorded all the ideas, you go to the next stage, which is data refinement or ideas refinement.
Yeah. So this is quantity. You just think through, the whole year, maybe the whole quarter, what's going to happen next quarter. So we have quantity, now we need some quality, right? To pick the best. We call that refinement.
Mm-hmm. So how to add the quality, or how to add additional data? So it's about adding some additional attributes and recording the attributes to ideas. So for example, we have several examples of categories, or for example, budget. So we can choose how or identify how big the idea is. For example, up to $5,000 or $40,000, etc. You can create any categories you wish to. And what we suggest is to create some template or some template of which data you would like to gather. It means the template should help you. This is example of a template of a business case. So it makes the creator of the idea to think about, for example, benefits, costs, expected returns of investments, etc. And this should help to prioritize or to select the ideas later. So this is something what should save the time to person who is selecting the idea in the next stage.
Very often, if you have a good template, like this business case, you realize that people have ideas, right? All of us, we have ideas, right? All of us think that our ideas are the best, right? But once you start filling in this kind of form, like a business case, it forces you want to understand the thing like even deeper. And very often you realize that maybe it's not the best idea, right? So we need to set some standard to what the idea is like, to make them a little comparable, right? And also to make people think about them like really like deep, not just, I have the best ideas in the world, let's implement this. Unfortunately, sometimes it just works like that, There's someone higher in the company, he has an idea or she has an idea, she has the power, so let's do it, right? Without anything like that. So we like to make companies work towards some standard, some data, some comparable data.
One of the crucial parts of discovery process is the discussion. So you should discuss about the ideas even in the early stage, even in the prioritization stage or selection stage. So you can allow people to add their comments, to discuss about the ideas, add own opinions, etc. One of the interesting features of Jira Product Discovery are so-called insights, which give you context or which can support the idea by adding some context of, some analysis or surveys or whatever experience.
Customer feedback, we have customer feedback for a product, so you list it here to support the idea, right? Or it can be some analytics, like Mirek said, research, surveys, stuff like that. You want to support it, The better you can support it, the better chance you're going to make it, right?
Okay, time is running, so let's go to another stage. So we have collected data, we have refined data, so we can compare now the ideas between each other. So we are now going to the phase of categorization and prioritization.
Yeah. Imagine we have like 15 ideas here, just for the purpose of this demo, but you can clearly have like 150 ideas. That's normal. So you don't want to take all those 150 ideas through the same difficult process. You might think that there's like simple ideas, maybe you can do them like fast, and we have like very complex ideas. So we recommend making some sort of category for them, and Mirek has an example of that.
Yeah, this is an example of categorization technique, which is our favorite, called boulders, rocks, pebbles, which allows you to sort the ideas into 3 groups according to relative size, or maybe it might be not relative size like that, but also maybe, as in this example, according to budget. As you can see, these are the pebbles. These are ideas which are, let's say, the smallest one or not that complex, which required like up to $5,000 to be implemented. And the categorization can help us not only divide the ideas into categories, but we can have different workflow and different prioritization technique to be used for each category.
Also different people. Different people, maybe this is not up to the management team or board. Maybe this can be discussed and decided within the, let's say, development team.
Yeah, and as for the development team, it might be enough to just get votes to the ideas, and based on the votes collected, you can choose which ideas from this Pebbles group will be implemented and which not. So second group are rocks. These are ideas which are, in this example, up to 40,000 crowns.
Dollars.
Sorry, dollars. And here we are introducing another prioritization technique, quite common, easy, impact versus effort. So maybe just give me, or let me give you some hints how to work with impact and effort. You should fill the impact and effort column by column. So first of all, you should fill impact in all ideas. And the very first step is to find the idea with the lowest impact and the idea with the highest impact. So once you have those two extremes, you go one by one, idea by idea, and relatively compare to those extremes and fill the impact. Once you have the impact, you continue with other column. It means effort.
Is there anyone who feels this is familiar to you, like you saw it somewhere, like relative comparison between things? Does anyone use story points in your company? Story points, yeah? Yeah, it's the very same principle and just applied on the business level, let's say.
As a result, you get impact effort score, which is an easy formula comparing impact to effort. And again, you have descending sort of the ideas. The last group are the more complex or the most complex ideas, which requires more than $40,000 to be implemented. And as you can see, here we require some approver, so it might have a more complex workflow to let the idea be implemented. And we are using another prioritization technique here, which is called RISE. It's basically impact effort, which is in addition with confidence. Confidence means how confident we are on the scale from 0 to 100 that we will be able to implement that idea. And the reach is exact number of users or people which will be positively affected by the change or by implementation of the idea. The RISE score is calculated as reach multiplied by impact and confidence, and all the number divided by the effort.
It is just an example of something that exists. You may have seen it before, like it's impact effort or a RISE or something else. We encourage companies to create their own formulas. You know, if they feel something is important, just add it and do your own that you feel better about. And also, that's one hint. Second hint, and I'll ask you, what do you think is the most beneficial thing about this whole process? Like, what makes it the most beneficial thing, or what within the process? What do you feel is the most important thing?
Priority.
Sorry?
Priority.
Yeah, but before you have the priority, before you set it?
You can remove the bad ideas.
Yes, closer. I might have not asked the right way. I wanted to say that the discussion, in the team. Why is this impact a 5? Why does anyone think that it's 1? There might be something. If people don't speak about that and you just simply go and implement it, in reality, someone will be supporting it and someone not. Because they will think that it doesn't help the company. So if you have a conversation like that within the company, it helps you. It helps you a lot. It gets people aligned. They understand why it's 5. They agree that it's 5. So they go all support it. Nothing else can happen. So the discussion is the most important thing. And we tell companies it's okay to speak for 2 days about this, because you will not have to be speaking about that for the next 3 or 4 months. To the whole company. So invite them. Speak with them. Also, we like that the board people, they invite people from all the levels of hierarchy of the company. So they invite developers, they invite middle management, they invite UX people, they invite everyone, so that those people help the alignment, right? Because their colleagues will understand. They could be able to explain, they will be able to explain to their colleagues. So the discussion is the most important thing, and don't hesitate to spend 1, 2, 3 days, if you're deciding on the projects for the next year. Very often what we see, there's a bunch of people, usually from board, they just throw some Excel file, with list of projects, and you're going to implement that. All right, so You know? No one understands why. No one understands how it was chosen, what it means, you know, how it will positively affect the company. And I think the companies that will thrive in the future are companies who will invite people, you know, from all the levels, you know, to participate on that. I don't say all people, because not everyone is interested, right? But they will invite people from the company. So we at least we give an advice, you know, put one chair, like extra chair in the room, and, you know, put it on Slack. Like, there's one extra chair in the room, so come, you know, and you know, don't talk in the kitchen, you know, just come and say your opinion out loud with us, you know. So you can start like that.
Yeah, maybe one more hint regarding your own formulas. If you create your prioritization techniques, your formulas, make it as simple as possible, just to make it understandable for everyone, just to create a transparency and the alignment, as Radek mentioned.
Yeah. You see what matters. Reach matters, right? How many people will affect. Everyone understands. We measure how many people will affect positively. Confidence. We don't have people, we don't have, you know, confidence, we're probably not going to do it, you know, because we can fail. It's a big risk, it's a lot of money, right? So we're not choosing those, and people understand right away, you know, just seeing those columns.
Okay, once we have the right score, so we now have some indication. Yeah, the formula gives you indication. It's nothing which is what is written in the stone. It should only help you to select the ideas to be implemented. So now we are looking on a view. Again, we have divided the ideas according to strategic goals, and we can see the RISE score in the second column.
Yeah. So we have the best candidates, and I think we have like 3 or 4 minutes. So
yeah.
We're gonna make it fast.
Go on.
So now the big thing to decide is the portion, right? You can't do them all. It would be the same mistake again. We have the order, but we don't know how much. So again, you know, with the agile way, we recommend to track something like velocity. So if you know that last year we did 5 projects, in the total sum of, we can call those effort points, if you're okay with that, with 9 effort points, and we were able to deliver that. We might be a little more ambitious this year, so we're gonna, let's say, expect 10 effort points. It might mean that we're going to choose the first 2 for the first goal, which is 6. Maybe we can choose one from for the other goal. It is 10, and that is enough. You know, last year it was 9. It's going to be 10. We can't deliver 15, probably. You know, it's not exact, but it's fast and it's better than nothing, right? It's better than nothing. You know, and also, so we pick them for 2025. Also, what we can do, we can choose teams that are going to be responsible for those projects, and define something like a timeline. Maybe like the last thing we're going to show, it's timeline. It's one place, so if you have business people or the whole company, they see this one place, these ideas, it's timelines. You know, we started in January with this, we're starting in April with this, you know, it's going to be Team Gamma, you know, implementing this. So we have this like basic roadmap. It's very, very simple, very high level. And the last thing is connection to your tool.
As we were talking about Jira Product Discovery and Excel, this is one of benefit using Jira and Jira Discovery together. You can connect those ideas to implementation tasks or tickets which are created in Jira, and you can just follow the progress of the task, of the implementation directly in Jira Product Discovery. So this is the benefit of using those tools together.
People who are not interested in Jira don't have to go there to Jira. Also, people who don't have to create their PowerPoint presentations, because most of the views are, I think, presentable to other people in the company without any other preparation. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. We are kind of running out of time, but fortunately we have only one question from the audience, and it is this one. Do you have experience using this also for smaller features in a running project? Would you recommend it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, as we said, it's I think originally it's called Product Discovery because it mainly serves for product features. So yeah, within the sprint or within the quarter, you know, it can be used for prioritizing initiatives like quarter initiatives, or also like maybe sprint things, you know, decide what we're going to implement in the next sprint too. Yeah?
Awesome.
Why not?
Awesome.
So for further discussion, those guys will be ready for you at Speaker's Corner, which is just outside of this room to the left. So you can find them there for the discussion. And guys, thank you. It was
Yeah, no
amazing
worries.
talk.
Yeah.
Thank you.